I want to revisit a subject of a video that I made a few weeks ago. And this was, I was talking about Roy Moore and Al Franken. This is truly a disturbing trend, my friends. Now, Al Franken, who is a sitting United States Senator, has been accused of sexual harassment or untoward behavior towards women, groping, fondling, what have you. And Roy Moore has been accused, who is not in the Senate, he's up for election, he's been accused of attacking young girls or dating young girls or fondling, groping young girls or women. So it's accusations of assault that are many years ago. I am not, just tell you, I'm not a supporter of Roy Moore. I followed what he was doing in Alabama on the Supreme Court with the Ten Commandments monument, and I don't agree with him politically, and I don't support Roy Moore. I do, however, support a person's right to due process, to have a day in court. Al Franken, now the main difference between the two is Al Franken has admitted, to some degree, he's admitted to wrong. He doesn't, I think his words were, he doesn't remember it exactly the way he's been accused, the things he's been accused of. And so he's nuancing his memory of the events or lack of memory of the events. And Roy Moore is not remembering these events. So the difference is Al Franken has admitted to wrongdoing. Roy Moore has not. And I want to add that when you're in elected public office, like everyone else, if you're accused of a crime, you're not automatically guilty. However, even the appearance of corruption is something, it's a higher standard I hold to elected officials. However, people have voted Al Franken into office, and people will be voting for or against Roy Moore or for Doug Jones for Senate. And if the people of Alabama decide that he is the person they want to send to the Senate, then so be it. I do, as I mentioned, agree with setting a higher standard for elected officials. They need to reflect, just like in my job over the years being a manager, I have been held to a higher standard. I come in earlier than everybody else, get ready for the day, and hold myself to a higher standard than the people that work for me so I can be critical of any deficiencies of people that report to me. However, there is due process. There is, when you're accused, even if it's many times, you're not automatically guilty. People are being judged in the media. This is getting a little crazy with all these allegations. It's not crazy that people are making allegations. People are allowed to make allegations. I have no problem with that. But the part that's bothering me is that I just read today that Democratic senators are calling for Al Franken to step down because of allegations, and people are asking for Roy Moore to be removed before he's even elected, if he gets elected, because of allegations. So one case, I happen to support Al Franken. I like Al Franken, and I think what's going on is wrong. And somebody I completely am against, Roy Moore. I feel that he needs his day in court if that happens, and if he's rightfully, wrongfully, whatever it's accused and convicted, then, you know, the chips need to land where they may. I think that this is going to get crazier, like the witch trials of the past. It's going to take a lot of people down, a lot of good people down. And it's going to take a lot of bad people down too. So moving on, I want to mention, just as a bit of an add-on to the end of this video, that I'm also not a Trump supporter. People that know me, people that know this channel, know that. However, Donald Trump, the President of the United States, is recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. And as a sovereign nation, they choose their capital, and all this hysterics about it, I think, are ridiculous. If Jerusalem is their capital, I understand all of the reasons why people are saying we shouldn't recognize it, but I have no problem with that. If they say it's their capital, then it's their capital. And we can disagree with any policies they have. We can disagree with any issues we want. But they say it's their capital, and I see no problem with recognizing as a capital. Thank you for tuning in. This was an unscripted video, and it shows. But anyway, I appreciate everyone that tunes in, and thank you once again to the subscribers that are making this channel grow. Please visit us on the social media sites listed in the links. It's Facebook and Twitter, I think, are the only ones. And if you are inclined to do so, help me out on Patreon. A little bit goes a long way. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and goodbye.